AITA for not showing up for a dinner with my sister when I found out she was planning to set me up. I, 34 meters, am a single dad of 2 amazing kids. My 18-year-old son and my 14-year-old daughter. 14 years ago my fiancé and the mother of my children died suddenly and it destroyed me. She was everything. We were supposed to grow old together, raise our babies together, share a life. She was my best friend for 15 years and my love for 6. After she died, my family expected me to date again, find love again, marry someone and find another mother for my kids. But I have never had any interest in meeting someone else. I focus on being a good dad and enjoying my life the best that I can. But I never wanted to move on and I don't feel like that's something that will ever happen for me. About 2 years after my fiancé died, though, my sister started getting pushier. She told me I needed to find someone who could make me happy. That I deserved better than staying single for the rest of my life. I told her it's my choice and if that's what feels right to me then it's what I'll do. For the most part she lets it go once I say no, but she brings it up often enough that it has affected our closeness. 2 years ago we stopped talking for months after she brought my kids into this plot to set me up. And was disappointed they didn't want to take part in it. When I found out I was furious and I thought that was the last of it when we reconciled because she saw I was willing to not speak to her and her apology was the most genuine it had ever been. Then last week she told me she wanted to hang out. We were supposed to go to dinner in her favorite place. But a few days before I found out she was actually trying to set me up with this woman she knows. Once I found out I just refused to show up. That dinner was Thursday and yesterday she was furious that I hadn't shown. She said they had been waiting for me. I asked her who they was. She said she had brought someone along for me to meet. I told her I no longer trust her after this. My parents sent me a message last night that it was rude to be a no-show and I should understand. They just worry I am putting my life on hold and denying myself happiness. AITA? Wow. NTA. Your sister is not respecting your choice. I would not have showed up either. NTA. You're not ready to date and they should respect that. I get that your family wants you to be happy. But this is not helpful at all. I also hate the implication that you can't be happy without a significant other. Edit. A word. NTA. People think you have to have a partner to be happy and that just isn't true. Sure. For many that is the case because they would get lonely. But not everyone is like that. You had already found the love of your life and experienced happiness with another person. Whether or not you would want to look for someone else is entirely your decision and should be respected. At first your sister may have had good intentions. But now this is more about her than you. She wants to be the hero and find you happiness when it isn't needed. You sound like a great dad to have both your kids refuse to participate in her little game. They respected your wish and your sister can do the same. It's okay to just focus on you and your kids without having to think you need a partner. Again. NTA. And I would go ahead and just refrain from talking to your sister for a while. Maybe some away time will get her to open her eyes. NTA. My mom never dated after my dad passed. I asked her why once and her answer had stuck with me through the years. I already had the best, why would I want anything else? Single quote. If you have met your soulmate, your life is complete, even if they have passed. NTA. They can worry you're denying yourself happiness. But repeatedly pressuring you and trying to trick you into blind dates is absolutely not okay. It's also an move towards the women your sister is trying to set you up with. Presumably she's lying to them too and not saying, hey, my brother has made it abundantly clear he's not interested in dating anyone. How would you like to be part of a surprise blind date? Which will at best be an awkward reminder of both his tragic loss and my perpetual inability to respect his boundaries? Quote. So very much NTA. NTA. Your sister isn't treating you like an individual with your own desires. She doesn't respect you. It sounds like she just wants to fix you. And probably wants credit for being the one who fixed you. But you aren't broken. Tell your family that you will no longer meet up with your sister alone. And will leave any family gatherings at which there are non-family single women present. They need to respect your choice to remain single, or you will reduce contact with them. NTA. You have made it perfectly clear you don't want to be set up and want to focus on being a great father. It sounds like your kids bring you plenty of happiness, and that is awesome. Keep doing you, man. NTA. Tell your parents that you weren't invited to a blind date, so how could you be a no-show for it? If your parents were in on it, they were being rude to you and are doubly rude for trying to lay any blame on you for this, bowing up in your sister's face. NTA. I get it. I would feel the same way. There is no one on earth that would ever take my husband's place. You're not ready. You may never be ready, and it will be your journey on your timeline. You are focused on your children. It's really disrespectful that your family is not listening to you. NTA. Your sister is a massive and insensitive. I am so sorry for your loss. NTA. Your sister has proven that she doesn't respect you, as she refuses to listen to your choices. Unfortunately, I think that you're right, and you'll have to cut her out. Our society does not like the idea of someone who was widowed young choosing not to date and find love again. I think it's tied to people being uncomfortable with grief. NTA. Talk apt lack of boundaries. You have already said no many times, and the fact THT she keeps doing it shows her character. And even getting the kids involved. NTA. Why doesn't your sister try to match the hundreds of thousands of people who are also single with her friend? You can be single and happy. There's no proper way to grieve. There's no rule that says you have to move on. There is a proper way to deal with people in general. No, and please stop, means you should stop setting your brother up with your friends and trying to get his kids in on it. NTA. Your sister will never learn boundaries. She doesn't think she's wrong, and she'll never accept it. It's sad, but it might be time to go no contact again. I'm a single mom, and I lost my partner recently. I couldn't imagine trying to heal while dealing with that. It would be unbearable. You shouldn't have to put up with that from people that should be helping you. I hate when people try to force their version of happiness onto others. We all want different things, and that's okay. NTA. Sorry for your loss. NTA. NTA. It is your choice if you want to remain single. You know your family is only trying to help, and they mean well. But damn. You have made your position clear, and they should respect it. And they were left waiting at dinner. Then that's what they get for meddling. NTA. Your sister is the asshole for trying to force a blind date on you. Your parents are assholes for enabling her. You know what makes you happy and what is best for you. They don't. NTA. I lost my husband of 12 years just over a year ago. Maybe I'll change my mind. But right now I can't imagine ever wanting to date again or try and fall in love. I'd be livid if my family tried to set me up. NTA at all. Your sister clearly cares about you. but does not care about your wishes. It sounds like she thinks being in a relationship is the only way someone can be happy or live a fulfilling life. If being in a relationship, dating is not your priority right now, then she should respect that.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Haircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.